Great. Oh, there we go. Hey, hi, everyone. Here we go. Let's check this out. Playing with a new system today, so get used to it. I'm trying lots of new things because we are virtual and we are doing a virtual world. And so, anyways, we're trying a new system and it's working out awesome. I love it. So, hey, anyways, going back to owning and living in a lake house, right? This weekend, I'll be up doing a virtual Zoom of our lake listing up in Crestline, California. Do you not know where that is? That's by Lake Gregory. Do you not know that it is only 40 minutes up the hill into the San Gabriel National Forest? Fantastic location. So if you love being in the midst of everything during the week, you want to be in LA, you want to be in Rancho, you want to be in Glendora, you want to be in San Dimas, in Pasadena, wherever you want to be. And then you want to get away from it all just for the weekend, relax and take it easy. Guess what? The Crestline community is just around the mountain bed, barely. And it is such an easy drive. I love, and a beautiful drive. Love, love, love it. So we were talking earlier about what it is to own a lake home, right? And what you need to do with regards to a lake home. So with regards to a lake home, it's going to be like any other house, right? Except that there's more moisture in the water and in the air. Like I mentioned earlier, there's more moisture in the air. So you're going to want to be more aware of the exterior of your property. Make sure that you're taking great care of it. For example, the Crestline house on Darfo, fantastic house because that house has a synthetic made patio decking, right? So what are the benefits of a synthetic made patio decking? Well, termites aren't going to eat it. The water's not going to crush into it and ruin it and make it this property that you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to change that wood out every couple of weeks or so, right? Or months, right? That's not going to happen with the synthetic material because the synthetic material is a stronger, healthier ability for you. So it's just a great opportunity with regards to it, right? So one of the questions that I also had asked this week was, Lori, what do I need to do to qualify for the Hero program when I buy a house? Now we're going to talk about buyers, right? Buyers. What do I need to do with regards to taking advantage of Hero programs? There's lots of opportunities out there. There's lots of ways to purchase a property with rebates back to you, right? And there isn't any specific program except for federal government programs that are available out there, right? There's the CalHFA loan program, which has income regulations on it. So there's the CalHFA program. There's also the Platinum program that I've heard about out there as well. And I think that one's been put on hold, but I can't tell you 100%. So if you reach out to me, I can get you more information about it. But there is that loan program out there. And there's lots of opportunities. And there's a program called CalHero. And the CalHero program is, again, another program that is giving you the opportunity to get credits back. Where do those credits come from? They've got to come from somewhere, right? So generally, that particular program comes from the realtor involved in the transaction and the lender involved in the transaction and the seller involved in the transaction, right? They all just come together and they help you out to purchase your house because you're an awesome hero and we are thankful for you. So you can do that program with almost any wise realtor and wise lender and a willing seller. We also have Keller Mortgage, which is a fantastic loan program as well. And Keller Mortgage can only happen when you partner with a Keller Williams agent like myself, right? And you can get credits back from the Keller Mortgage lender, right? So that you don't have to ask the realtor or the seller for that money because you might just be competing with another offer, right? You just might be competing with another offer because I know you all think that the market's probably stopped. No, it hasn't. The market has shifted. The market has pivoted. The market is very different. And yet people are still buying and selling real estate. We're just doing it very differently, right? It's one of the reasons why we want to do these live Q&As for you. We want you to be aware of the fact that the real estate market has changed, and yet it's still moving. We still have families buying and selling real estate. We just have to do it safely, and we have to do it in a very healthy way for everyone to be protected, which is exactly what we do over at Keller Williams. If you tuned in last week with me, when I talked about it last week in our Q&A, I showed you we have gloves when we show properties. We have a mask on our face so that we keep that social distance so that people feel healthy and safe. And we do virtual tours for people who just don't feel comfortable coming out to the property. So they're like, could you just send me a virtual tour? Well, hey, I've been doing that forever. So that's super easy for me to do. I just go out, put the video together, and we send it out to you, and you get to look at it online. And I've actually sold a few of my houses with just my online tours. So it's fantastic. It's a great opportunity. And people are still buying and selling real estate. We personally, our family business, personally helped in the last 6 days, 5 families close on their properties. We're so excited. We love being a part of it. If you follow me on Facebook, you see I posted one of my families just demoed their kitchen, right? So here's another question that buyer asked me during their home search. They said, Lori, we picked out this great house. It's fantastic. And we're thinking about adding a bathroom. There's like about 200 square feet on the back of the house that was not like, it was just dead space. Like you could do anything with it. So they're like, Lori, do you think we could put that bathroom and laundry room that we really like it? We got to have that. That's a must have in the purchase of our house. And we love this house, Lori, but it doesn't have that. So do you think we can do that? Well, of course, let's check it out and see if we can do it. So what did we do? Right away, we got a plumber out there to see if we could put it in that space. What did we find out? Actually, we couldn't put it in that space, right? We were hoping we could, but we had a very resourceful plumber. He said, what about doing this? So he took us over to a different portion of the house. And guess what? There's this whole kitchen that is just perfect, right? We can shift the kitchen here. We can move a bathroom right here. And there's already plumbing there, so it's not going to be nearly as costly to move the bathroom there. So we're so thankful, right? We didn't have to. We didn't have to add extra square footage to the exterior of the house. Now, all we had to do was put up some drywall and close the area and add some more plumbing and put a bathroom in. They got their dream home, and they would have normally disqualified that house because they're like, my must-haves, I've got to have a laundry. I've got to have a third bathroom. Do you know how hard it is to find a house with a third bathroom at a $650, $700, $800 price point in our local communities here in California? I'm going to tell you, third bathrooms are really hard. Thankful and grateful that this buyer understood that when they looked, they needed to price that into their purchase for it to make sense for them, right? So we did exactly that. We made sure we had the plumber come right out and see what was happening, right? We just made sure because we needed to make sure, like, hey, what the heck? Is this really what we want, right? Is this how we're going to do it? And it worked out perfectly. They got their dream home, they closed on it, and they're in the middle of putting in that bathroom. And oh my gosh, they sent me a text the other day. I posted it on my Facebook. If you saw it on my Facebook, they sent me a text the other day. That text was the kitchen, completely gutted, gone, no more kitchen, right? Because they're going to do their kitchen remodel as well. So they took all those numbers into consideration when they offered on that house and when they bought that house, right? So we pre-negotiated that all up front. We were aware of what the cost was to purchase this property and make the renovations they wanted to do. It just made sense. Now, what I especially love about this family is they actually sold their house with me as well, right? So let's get back to if you're a seller and you're like, oh, I don't want to sell my house until I find the right house. I'm going to tell you right now, that is hard. And yes, you can do it. I know I did it 3 times to be exact. I listed my house and bought another house at the same time, right? I did do that. And you can do that. But let me just forewarn you, you can't go looking for another house without having your house already on the market. The seller is not going to take you seriously. So what do you need to do? You need to get your house on the market. This family, they had the conversation with me. They sat down and they said, hey, Lori, I want to sell my house. I want to buy another house. They didn't like that a certain thing was being built in their location. And so guess what? They were like, oh, I want to get out of this town and I want to move over here. So we went through all the appropriate things. Hasina, thank you for your great question. I'm going to address it very shortly. And so we did all the necessary things. What did we do? We got the house ready for the market. We priced it correctly. Then we got it on the market. We generated multiple offers. This was right before COVID-19, right? Just right before it. So it made sense. We could do it. So we did do it. And guess what? We got multiple offers. And did we accept the highest offer? No, actually, we didn't. Imagine that. Why didn't we? Well, because someone said, oh, I would love for you to stay in the house after we close escrow for 60 days with free rent back. Now it made it the highest offer because we needed to go find another house. So that worked out. It was perfect for them. So sellers, when you come to me and you say, Lori, I want to buy another house, but I'm not putting my house on the market until we find that house, I'm going to say to you, good luck. That's challenging. If you're serious about moving, you need to get your house on the market and work with the timelines that we have. I'm sorry. It's just the way we know you're committed. If I were a seller and you submitted your offer to me and said, my house isn't on the market yet, and I'm not going to put it on the market until you take my offer, well, I'm really not interested in taking your offer. I'm just going to be really honest. I would be that seller. I'd be like, sorry, not going to do it. Okay, there you go for a seller who's thinking, oh, well, I'll put my house on the market when I feel like it. Doesn't work like that. You need to get your house on the market, price it right, get it under contract, and work with a timeline that makes sense for your purchase. Just like the other buyer seller I just talked about, right? They had huge success. So proud of them. All right. So Hasina posted a question here and it says, I have a buyer who's looking to buy a fixer. Can you address that? For sure. So I first and foremost always say, you want to buy a fixer? What does that really mean to you? Right? Because a fixer in my world could mean one thing and a fixer in your world could mean something completely different. Right? That's just the reality of it. So a fixer in my world would be complete paint, new kitchen, new floors, like everything. I don't want it. I don't like any of it. So I'm just going to get in there and I'm going to gut it all. That's what I did with the house I bought in 2008, right? I bought a complete fixer and I totally remodeled it. It is a completely different house with an extra 400 square feet added to it because I bought location. So, what is the question that this person really wants? Do they really want a fixer? That's just like, oh, fixer to me. I ask my buyers all the time, what does a fixer to you mean? Oh, well, it just means I just want to have to paint and I just want to put new flooring in. I don't want to have to put a new kitchen in. I don't want to have to put a new bathroom in. That's crazy. I don't want to do all of that. Okay, that's cosmetics then. Easy. You can look past this orange wall. So easy. This is an easy fix. So that's just a cosmetic change, right? You just need to verify what really is a fixer to you. Back in, I want to say 2011, I had a buyer, right? Remember, everyone loved those red walls. So every house had this bright red wall, like my lipsticks, right? Every house had it. And I had this one client, she was like, Lori, right? I'd already helped her sell a house. Like in 2006, I'd helped her sell a house. I helped her buy another house. And so we were doing it again. And she was like, Lori, I cannot look at houses with red walls. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't look at houses with red walls? It's so easy. Just paint over it. It's so easy. And she was like, nope, I can't see past it. Just can't do it. So I had to make sure every house they showed her didn't have a red wall, right? I just had to make sure. So if you have a client that has these desires for fixers, get really like buyers, figure out really what is a fixer to you? What makes sense to you when you're fixing? Because I know for me, I'm up for anything. I love a challenge at the right price, right? I need to know what it's going to cost to renovate a bathroom. I need to know what it's going to cost to put in flooring. I need to know all of these details. We help our clients, our sellers, get back to what we've been helping our sellers with. Hasina, thank you for your awesome question. I'm glad I answered it for you. We help our sellers get their houses ready for the market, right? We just do. You sign the contract with us and we get you ready. So I have one seller. I love to post about it. I love to talk about it. You guys probably see me continuously say, peekaboo, here's another thing about our new listing coming on, right? So sometimes people will come to us and they'll be like, I have not done any work to this house. I moved in 12 years ago. I have just habitated in it. I've just been in it. I've just slept in it and went to work and done my thing. It didn't improve it. I didn't do anything. And as a matter of fact, it has the same flooring as when I bought it 12 years ago. Well, can you imagine what that's like? So, and some are better than others. So we will go in and we'll help them make the decisions to get ready for the market. What makes the best decision? We just recently did a little condo, our Escondido listing. We helped our seller make all the appropriate decisions to get it ready for market. We put all new flooring in that baby. We put a new kitchen in. I personally went out and demoed the kitchen myself just because I love demo. It's like my favorite thing to do. You know, I get to manhandle something and tear it apart. That's really like, I have fun doing that. I know I'm crazy. So anyways, I went over and I helped that family. We got the house ready for the market. We put new flooring in. We painted all the interior of it. We put new kitchen cabinets in. We kept the original upper cabinets because the condition was well. So we just painted them so that they looked nice. We had a budget. So we had to work within our budget. So we did all of that. We hit the budget. We spent roughly about $6,000. And when I say we, my client, not me, we helped them knock all of that out. And I'm currently right now in the middle of negotiating counteroffers to get that house sold for him. And he's so happy right now. At any price that we sell right now, with the numbers that we're currently working with, he is so, so happy because he's moving on to what he needed to do. And the reality is, if he would have left it in the condition that it was in, he would have probably netted less money because a buyer will walk in, as Hasina mentioned, a buyer wants a fixer. A buyer will walk in and they'll be like, oh my gosh, this needs new flooring. Well, my gosh, I think new flooring, ooh, it's probably going to cost me at least $10,000. So what just happened? They knocked $10,000 off your sales price, right? Or I should say your list price, which now becomes your new sales price. That's the reality of it because they're like, oh, it's $10,000 for new flooring, right? And it wasn't. The flooring we put in, which is top-notch, beautiful luxury flooring, was $2,000. And that was a little on the high end. Actually, we didn't even spend quite that much for the flooring. But a buyer will say $10,000. What the heck, buyer? Where are you buying your flooring? You are crazy. Find my vendors. Oh, my vendors are awesome. Just hire me and we'll help you make it happen at the right price, right? We'll just help you have that happen. So, that is a common thing that sellers will work through when thinking about buying and selling real estate. Sellers will go, oh, okay, what should I do? How should I do it? Should I sell my house? What should I list it at? Well, we answer all those questions when we sit down and have your consultation with you, right? We don't let you do it all alone. We don't put you out there and say, oh, good luck out there in the wide world. No, we don't do that at all. We sit down, we walk through the details, and we answer every one of your questions, one by one by one, right? We have another property that we're currently going to be closing on, and we help that seller prepare for the market. One of the great things that we do is we help sellers with a stager, right? It's something that we do when you work with us. I believe staging pays. It's a win-win for all of us. It's a win for you. It's a win for me because the more I sell your house for, the more money you make and the more money I make. So we're in it together. Let's work together on this. So I have an awesome staging team. They help me out always, and they will right now virtually pull it all together. I have a client who just finished. They just finished all their virtual staging consult information. They just went over everything and they just literally finished the house. I will be over there in about an hour to do their virtual walkthrough tour, and then my photo team will go in and do the beautiful photos. Have you seen our listings? They always look amazing, even when they're ugly houses. And I don't have many ugly houses, but they're out there. And even when they're ugly houses, they still look amazing because my photo team rock and rolls, right? They just do. Because we all know houses sell on the internet, just like you look for boyfriends and girlfriends on the internet is the same way you look for a house on the internet. It's the truth, right? You go through the photos, you swipe through them, and you disqualify them by whether or not they look good enough for you. Well, that's what we do for our clients. We help them look their best, present their best foot forward, right? We just do. Okay, so let's see. We talked about what it's like to live on a lake house, right? And what we need to do for the maintenance of that. And if you want to check out that property, we've got it on our website. Go into lorialvarez.net. You can check it out there. We have a great virtual tour of it. I actually walk through the property and tell you all the great details about it. And I will be there again on Sunday sharing that great home virtually. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see, what else did we talk about? Preparing your house for the market. We talked about fixers, right? And what a fixer is. And what does a fixer look like in your world? That's going to be different with everyone. Everyone is either going to be like, yes, I am so like, yes, I would love a fixer. I want to demo a kitchen and I want to demo a bathroom and I can't wait to do my honeydew project, right? And then there's other people who are like, no, 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 I don't want to do any of that, right? So we talked about that. So you need to figure out, what type of fixer are you? Are you a fixer that's just paint, just cosmetics, just a few little things? I really just want to move in and change the bedspread. I don't even want to bring in my own furniture. I've sold those houses too. Boy, the things that I do in my business, I love it. It's so much fun. We did sell one house. You might ask this question because I've had this asked. Lori, can I sell my house with all my stuff in it? Yes, you can. And I have done it. I had one seller, loved him. He was phenomenal. And he was planning on moving over the ocean, right? He wanted to go to Hawaii, to be exact. And he didn't go. However, he wanted to. And so he didn't want to have to take everything with him to Hawaii. He's like, forget it. I don't want to do this, Lori. It's like, just sell it. I'll sell my house with everything in it. I said, really? You want to sell your house with everything in it? Like everything? He goes, well, not my underwear, of course. Oh, of course not. We don't want your underwear. Please don't leave your underwear behind. And we did. We sold his house as is, with everything in it, including the beds, the furniture, the refrigerators, the laundry, the dishes, the forks, the spoons, the trash, everything. And what was crazy is the buyer paid top dollar for it all, because his house was not junky, guys. He had top dollar stuff in his house. He had beautiful furniture, real wood furniture. Like, I'm like, you might even be able to sell it for more somewhere else. But no, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to just make life easy on him and sell it with everything in it. So if you have that question, which I'm sure you do, because you do have the most interesting questions. I love hearing them and love answering them. Yes, you can sell your house with everything in it. There's no warranty on it, right? We're not going to warranty anything. We're realtors and we're homeowners. We're not warranty companies. And you can get a home warranty on it, right? So here's another great question. Lori, I bought a house and I want to know, the plumbing isn't working so well. Will my warranty cover that? Ouch, right? So home warranties. Yeah, home warranties will cover plumbing on the exterior walls. So what does that mean? You have a wall and here's the wall, and you have a faucet coming out. This is the faucet coming out. That's what that means. They'll cover the faucet. Nothing that's in the wall, not in the wall, the faucet. They will work on it. They will replace it if need be. And there's all kinds of stipulations with regards to that, right? So you're going to say, well, Lori said on her video. Yes, Lori said on her video. And there are always rules and regs to everything that I say. So you need to verify this information. Always verify the information. Every home warranty company is different. And they don't make it easy. I'm going to be really honest. They don't make it easy and just say like, hey, by the way, we're going to come right out and fix that. No. They got to send a rep out, and the rep's got to do his work. And it's going to cost you 50, 60, 75 bucks for the rep to come out to tell you what's wrong with it. And you might already know what's wrong with it, right? Maybe your garbage disposal breaks while you own the house in the first year that you own the house. I just had it happen. What was I thinking, right? I needed a new garbage disposal on the house I just bought. And I forgot to call the home warranty company. What the heck? I just put a new garbage disposal in, right? right? It would have been $50 for me to put a new garbage disposal on. And instead, I went and bought a new garbage disposal, had my handyman go out and put it in. Now it's $150. What the heck? I forgot I have a home warranty. You have a home warranty. Get a home warranty. They make sense and they're super inexpensive. And most of the time you can get the seller provides it. I encourage all my sellers to provide a home warranty. 100%. Provide your home warranty. It makes sense, right? It's your first line of defense. It doesn't guarantee anything, and a seller will say, okay, you had a problem, call the home warranty. And the home warranty will take care of it generally, not always, generally. And home warranties do expire, so renew them. My home warranty rep, I love her. She's awesome. I'm sure she'll comment on this video sooner or later. Her name is Lisa, and she's with American Home Shield, and we absolutely love working with her. And she goes over and beyond for our clients to make them happy and fully satisfied. And it's not easy, to be completely honest. It's not easy. I could not do her job. She just gets complaints all day long. Who wants complaints all day long? Not me. I love hearing all the cool things, right? So, okay, so we talked about, what do we got? We got questions like, can I sell my house with everything in it? Sure you can. Oh, wait, let me check my cell phone because I'm always getting questions with regards to everything, right? Let's see. Oh, also, here we go. Here's a great question, right? Lori, can you help me find a rental? Yes, we can help you find a rental. We do that all the time. We help our clients find a rental. We have great specialists that can help you with that. It's not our primary business, and there's really no money in it for us. We do it as a service to you, right? That's what we really do because we love to just help you guys get out there and find the right home. Our one priority is that you're safe in your home, especially during quarantine time. We want everyone to have a great home, right? So yes, that's a great question that I get asked all the time. Let's see. Oh, another question that just came in. I had someone who just texted and said, Lori, I want to know more about the Riverside condo. You guys can text me these questions too. I'd love to answer them that way as well. So more about our Riverside condo. Fantastic condo. I love it. I helped this family buy it probably 6-7 years ago. We helped her. She bought her first house. Well, not her first. This is probably her second or third house. She bought it with us. And now she's ready to move up. She needs something a little larger. She's joining families, blending families. We love that. So we're selling her condo and she's buying another house. And she understood she needed to be a serious seller. So she got her house on the market right away. We've got it up. It's available for showings. I'll actually have virtual Zoom tours on that one Monday from 2 to 4. I'll be there Monday 2 to 4. And it is a fantastic property. So I'm going to text him over the link, right? It's 2 bedrooms. It's 2.5 baths. It's 2-story. And the neighborhood is phenomenal. When we looked for her house, we looked for neighborhood. That is my one suggestion when you're looking for a house. You buy your neighborhood. You can change the interior of a house, but you can't change its location, at least not easily, right? You just can't do it. I've only had one client, and I just recently sold her house 2 years ago. We sold it off the internet, and that house had initially been, it was the beautiful farmhouse that I sold up in Upland. It was initially all the way down on Euclid, and they lifted it up off the ground, right? It was on a raised foundation. They put it on this big truck, and they took it all the way up Euclid and dropped it in on 23rd Street in Upland. I sold that house. That's about how often houses get moved, right? Doesn't happen very often. So by location, by neighborhood. So I always tell my clients, I always tell them when we're looking at houses, look over the fences. What do the neighbors look like? Because the backyard is where they really show their true colors. Always showing their true colors when they're, you just look at a neighbor's backyard and you go, especially if you're looking at a 2-story home, then I just climb right upstairs right away. I go right up to the back bedrooms and I look out the windows and I look at the neighbors' backyards and I go, oh yeah, this is great. Or, oh, the neighbor looks terrible in the backyard, because whatever's going on in their backyard is going to end up in your backyard. It's just what's going to happen. If the neighbors are a disaster area in the backyard, their disaster area is going to travel in the sense of rodents to your property too. Ew, gross. And then you'll constantly be having the rodent guy out, and like it'll never get cleaned because they'll just keep coming back because your neighbor doesn't clean up. So location, location, location. That's what you want to buy. Location. So when we looked at this condo that we bought in Riverside, when I say we, I always say myself and my client, because like you become mine when I work with you. We love doing that with you guys. When we bought that condo over there in Riverside, we made sure the location was amazing. We made sure the HOA was maintaining it, right? And so you could look, you go over there right now, you will see it is beautifully manicured and landscaped. It has rolling hills all throughout this. It's called a PUD, planned unit development, right? It's got rolling hills all throughout the community. They're nicely manicured, well maintained. The pool areas are beautiful. Love the pool areas. They actually have a couple pool areas, couple of spas, and they have a sport court and a couple tennis courts and the barbecue and grilling area. And then they have this clubhouse. And of course, right now during COVID-19, you can't utilize any of that stuff, right? Because there's no gathering. And still, they're still maintaining it. That HOA is still maintaining it and taking very good care of it. Because when I was out there the other day doing my virtual tour of it, the caretakers were there maintaining the pools, keeping them in great shape. So you've got a great HOA when you see everything is in good shape. Verify it by reading when you're in escrow. Verify how great that HOA really is, though, by reading the notes from their committee meetings and their board meetings and looking at their bank account and verifying that they have money in the bank, right? It's just what you want to make sure you do. So location, location, location. So I will send that information right out to the client that just texted me asking, Lori, give me more information on your property in Riverside. It's a fantastic property. And he just found that out because we just sent out a great informational email to him. Let's see. What else do we have? What other questions did I have come in? Oh, I have another client who's telling me that interest rates are phenomenal, right? Are phenomenal over in for businesses, right? Interest rates are amazing for businesses. So I love working with you brilliant people, because you share all this information with me and then I get to share it back with everyone else, right? So anyways, she says, right? I love it. She says her preferred lender that she works with over at Banner Bank. They're a newer bank. Have you seen them yet? I just saw them locally. I think I saw them in Glendora. There's a Banner Bank in Glendora, I believe. And they're a great business bank. Anyways, he's saying that interest rates are amazing right now. That she should refinance her building to get a better rate. I love that for her long-term lease, because we're in the middle of negotiating a lease for one of her buildings. The things I do, we do so many crazy things right now. So that's great information for you out there. If you're a commercial business owner and you're looking to refinance or take advantage of some of the great rates right now, I would say reach out to Banner Bank. Specifically, the loan rep that I would recommend is Gabriel over at Banner Bank. He is in the El Monte location because the building we have that's available for lease is in El Monte. And Gabriel is awesome. So if you want more information or you want to contact him about commercial buying and commercial loans, I can connect you with him. He is amazing. I personally have been looking at commercial, and you probably all think, what? Who wants commercial right now in the midst of COVID-19? Now is the time to take advantage of it because people are going to want to unload their properties for lesser money. Does that make sense? Then you got to set it up so that it can have a better experience than the previous landlord. Just a thought. You always think about that stuff. You take the experiences of what we're having today, right, with COVID-19, and all of these commercial locations had to shut down. And you go, okay, do I need brick and mortar? Yes, you need brick and mortar. Will brick and mortar survive through COVID-19? You bet it will. Will it thrive? You bet it will. And it's going to be a very different way. So pivot, shift to what it needs to be in order to survive, right? 100%. Okay, so it's 2:16. We got 15 more minutes. Another great, wait, I got like 10 questions here. Okay, perfect. Oh, this is another great conversation that I just had yesterday. I have a client who has some schools, preschools, 3 or 4 of them, and they want to get rid of them. They don't want them anymore. They're tired of being in the preschool business. I can understand that. I get tired of being a mom for a long time, and I feel like when you're in the preschool business, you're probably momming for a really long time, right? And they're ready to retire, to be completely honest. They're not tired of them. They're just ready to retire. That happens. We all want to retire, right? So, we're making some plans. We're talking about what's next. What does that look like? Well, you out there in my Facebook world, my YouTube world, all of you out there, I have an amazing group of people who surround me. So we're working on how do we set up the exit plan so that this owner can now shift to the new owners, proud owners of these preschools. So, hey, if you know someone who wants a change in their world, a life change, they're like, you know what? I just got furloughed and I hated my job anyways, and I want to do something completely different. I've always wanted to own a preschool. I don't know. I would never say that. But someone else might say, I've always wanted to own a preschool. Guess what? I got 4 of them. 4 of them that I can connect you with, and you can see if it's a good fit for you, right? Just a great opportunity for you. I mean, everyone is making lots of different life decisions right now. Now's that time, right? People are getting furloughed. So they're like, you know what? I'm changing. I got one of my clients. He's like, you know what? I'm out of here. They just furloughed me. I want to go to Missouri. So I'm going to Missouri, and I'm going to go find a new job out there, and I'm going to get a new house out there, and I'm going to get a new life out there. Good for him. Follow his dreams. Make it happen, right? We're part of that journey. It makes sense for him. Right? We have so many people who are going to be making those life-changing decisions right now. It's really very interesting. I've been talking to my clients and my friends and my family just continuously. Yesterday, I probably talked to 15 of them, and I've got another 20 that I'm trying to connect with today that I'm going to just connect, and I just want to hear, hey, what's going on? What are you thinking? How are things going? Right? I have another one, he's remodeling right now. And what did he just ask me? Oh, I loved what he asked. He said, Lori, if I put on the 50-year roof, will it bring value back to me on my resell when I decide to resell in a few years. He's not going to move now, right? Of course. What's even better about that is that it's transferable from him to the new owner. That's fantastic, right? So if you do have a roof, a brand new roof that you put on, because I love this. I love when sellers say, I need a new roof, so I'm going to sell my house now because it's going to cost me so much darn money. And they don't realize that it's still going to cost them so much darn money during the negotiations of the sale of their house. That doesn't go away, guys. So maintain your property. Take care of it. Now, I get when you don't have money, and you can't do things and you just can't make it work. I get that. And if you can, you should. You should. I just had my podcast recording on Tuesday. We recorded for the next issue that's going to be uploaded, the next episode that's going to be uploaded next Thursday, right? And it is all about selling real estate and getting your house ready for the market, right? We just talked about that last week. If you haven't downloaded my podcast yet, please do download our podcast. It's Real Estate with Soul, Lori Alvarez, the podcast. We've got great information there. It is specifically directed towards buyers, sellers, and our current clients and the maintenance of their properties. That is what it's specifically geared for you to listen on. Home ownership, right? So you're either buying a property, you're selling a property, or you're maintaining a property, right? That is the information that we provide on there. There's so many podcasts out there with so much information. And my one thing is helping you be more informed to make the right decisions with regards to home ownership, right? That's all I like to live to do. Talk home ownership. You sit me down and you ask me one question about real estate, you better want to sit with me for a long time because I'm going to talk and talk and talk. I mean, come on. I've been on for an hour, almost an hour now, talking about all the crazy things that are happening in my head with regards to all the things that my clients ask me on this great cell phone. I love my cell phone. It's fantastic, right? Okay, so I'm going to do another little tip here. ADUs, right? ADUs. Thank you, Amanda, my social media content director. She put it in the instructions down there, the comments for the podcast link. So go click on it, download it. We would love for you to listen to it. It's got fantastic information. We write an amazing blog that supports it as well. So if you don't want to listen to me, you're like, oh, her voice drives me crazy. It happens. I had one guy comment one time, oh my gosh, if I hear her again, right? If I hear her again, okay, great. Don't listen. Then read our blog. We have a fantastic blog that is all the same information right there for you to read along. I'm not offended either way, right? I'm not everyone's cup of tea. All that matters is that I love me. So, and my hubby does, and my kids do, and you do, because you're listening and you're tuned in, and I'm thankful and grateful for that. Okay, now I got distracted. Thank you, Amanda, for doing that. Oh, great news, right? We got a counteroffer and an offer on a property that I'm helping my client, one of my other clients. She just recently came to me, right? Oh, my first podcast was, this is to go into where I'm going. Okay, I know I'm all over the place. My first podcast was about how women weren't winning in real estate. That was my very first podcast because someone, National Association of Realtors, did the numbers and said that women are soft in negotiating. Well, let me tell you, I'm not soft in negotiating. I'm pretty hard, to be completely honest, and I love negotiating. So I would disagree with that when it comes to my clients personally. We're having lots of wins in negotiating for the purchase and sell of our real estate property. Okay, so that was our first podcast if you want to listen to that and hear all the stats. So like I said, people are buying, selling, and moving in real estate because I just got a text that said, Lori, you need to get back to your work of negotiating contracts. We've got a counter offer that just came in, and we're going to open a new escrow. We're so excited. That's what we love to do. We love to help families buy, sell, and invest in real estate. So don't let anyone tell you that people aren't moving right now, because we are moving families. I have a fantastic family real estate team. We work really, really hard to support your move in the way that you want to do it, right? People say, oh, the market's going to come down. Don't buy in the market right now. How do you know the market's going to come down? You've got a little bottle you rub in that tells you the market's going to come down. We don't know that. We know the stats. We can look at the history of real estate. We can look at the cycles, and we can also see that it's completely off the charts. So good luck if you're going to figure out where real estate is going. It's like saying when Jesus is coming back. We don't know. So just make the move when it makes sense for you. That's all I can say. Hey, thanks for tuning in. It was a pleasure. If you have questions that you want answered, comment right here, ask away. We'll get them answered. I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to be like calling you like, oh my gosh, let me harass you. Nope, not that realtor. I like to be in business with people who like to be in business with me. And believe me, I do have a ton of real estate friends on my Facebook page. So if they start spamming you or bothering you, tell me, please, so I'm aware of it. But I don't have any of them that do that, because I'm only in relationships with people that are great people, just like you. I'm so thankful and grateful for you all who've tuned in. If you have any questions at all, any questions, comment now. Put the information in here now. I want to answer them. Otherwise, I got to go back in my brain and go, okay, what are the things that people asked me this last week? And there's so many of them. There really is so many of them. I get the most interesting questions. Hey, next time when we talk next week, remind me. I want to tell you all about ADUs. Lori, what's an ADU? Oh, so cool. I just talked with one of my other cool lenders that I really enjoy working with, Tim Harrison, over at, he just changed his name, Cornerstone Mortgage. And, brilliant man. He's another brilliant man. I work with all these brilliant people. I love it. I love it because you just talk to them and you go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just heard that. And then they share all this information with you. And guess what? I know so much more. So next Thursday, I'll be right back here from 1:30 to 2:30, and I'm going to tell you all about what an ADU is. ADU. It's not BO, ADU. I'll tell you all about it. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Lori Alvarez. You can check me out at lorialvarez.net. Comment down below if there's anything we can do, or just text me at 909-227-4196, or actually really just call me. I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks again. Such a blast. Now I got to go do a photo shoot.